Let's do it.
All right. We have the ladies, Mandy Bohm, I think. I don't know how you pronounce the dots above her name, whatever.
We're gonna go
Uh,
with Boom.
Bohm. Mandy Bohm versus Ariane Lipski. I know what you're thinking. That might look like Gal Gadot. It's not. That's the queen of violence, Ariane Lipski. And she's coming at 13-7, fighting out of the, what is that, straw weight? What weight class is that? I forgot what was 125.
Yeah, I think so.
And coming at 5'6" at the 67-inch reach. Her opponent Mandy Baum, she's coming at 7-0, undefeated at the 125, 5'6" with a 70-inch reach. Mandy Baum, obviously of note, this is her first fight in the UFC, whereas Lipski's had a few fights here prior. Anyway, Zach, you want to get us in to the analysis here?
Well, I gotta correct both of us because that was just a big dodo mistake. 125 is flyweight, whether you have a
Yeah.
penis or a vagine, it doesn't really matter. But I don't know, man. I think this is actually a really interesting matchup, and this is one that, believe it or not, I'm actually really looking forward to on this card because both of these women are both very technically sound in Muay Thai. When you look at Mandy Bohm, she's got the better clinch game, and her knees are deadly. Once she gets her hands locked, once she gets that body lock, she goes to town, man. And looking at the ground game, I think Mandy Bohm's got solid takedowns. She's got good technique on the ground, and I think she's going to have the advantage there. But I think I'm going to have to pick Ariane Lipski here. Her Muay Thai is incredible. She's a former champion. And if Mandy Bohm allows her to stay on the outside and work the way she does, switching those kicks up and, showing some variety with the hands in terms of the striking, she's just going to pick her apart, man. It's really dangerous to try to stand up with Lipski because she's just so crafty in her game in that aspect. Now, I will cede that Mandy Bohm is probably the better all around mixed martial artist here, but I don't know. I think she's going to have a hard time controlling this fight the way that she wants to. And I do side with Lipski in terms of being able to control the distance in this fight, work the jab, use that variety, and just threaten changing levels enough to keep this is Mandy Bohm's first UFC fight, the newcomer from Bellator. I think Lipski does just enough to confuse her and to, thwart her from accomplishing her own game plan. So I'm going to take Lipski, I believe, by a decision here.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty solid. What I have to add to that is Mandy Baum. She only had one fight in Bellator, and before that, I believe she was a K1 kickboxer, which is one of the most notorious, kickboxing organizations in the world. And what I saw of her was, yeah, she's super technical in her striking. Looks good. Her Muay Thai clinches, like you said, phenomenal. Does real nice with the knees up the middle, and really makes the most out of those clinches. But on the other hand, we have Lipski, who's been in the UFC. And I'm not saying that's the end all be all, but her only issue has been getting taken down and just laying there like a fucking starfish. I know we both know girls like that, but anywho, I don't like that. Like that bothers me a lot. But I just don't think that Baum can take her down necessarily and keep her there. So that's encouraging for the Lipski side, right? But other than that, Lipski is super tenacious. I know I described Tisha Torres like this a couple weeks ago, a tiny tornado of just viciousness. And that's exactly how Lipski throws her punches. She throws round hooks that are just absolutely blistering and come with a lot of heat and can put out a lot of women at 125. So I like Lipsy because of that. And I think that, Bomb to win is going to have to really utilize her jab and stay on the outside or get into some clinch scenarios where she's just kind of controlling in that way. But Lipski, I think she gets it done. I think this is the fight she's been looking for. She's been looking for someone that's not going to take her down. and she can use her Muay Thai and her excellent striking skills to get ahead on the scorecards. I don't think this is going to go to a TKO or inside the distance. I think this is definitely going to decisions on the judges' scorecards, in my opinion.
No, I absolutely agree. And you noted it, you pointed it out. I think it's important to look at the fact that this fight is really going to be decided, I think, by whether or not Mandy Bohm can get her hands on Lipski. Because if she can get her hands on her and either take her down or utilize that clinch, it's going to be a long night for Lipski, I think. But I just don't see that happening. I don't think that that's going to be the case in this fight, especially because, outside of maybe Miranda Maverick, Lipski is one of the more ripped females in this entire UFC women's division. So I think even if things do get into that clinch and do get into that situation, maybe even short of technique, she might even be able to just muscle her way out of things. So we're going with Lipski by decision, but I guess we're just going to have to wait to see how things play out.
Yeah, let's get into odds real quick on
Let's
this
check
one.
them.
All right, Lipski at the minus 110 favorite, which is not that bad considering all the favorites this week are, plus 150 essentially. And her opponent, Mandy Bohm, coming at plus 101. So basically even money. I think that you have to go Lipski here just on that fact alone. I mean, taking, somebody she's not especially hyped, but Bohm at, even money in her UFC debut on the main card, I think that's kind of risky, in my opinion. But do you see any parlays or prop bets here?
Yeah, I can definitely play this one. It's interesting because this fight did open at even money, if I'm not mistaken. It was minus 115 a piece when this fight opened about a week and a half ago. And it just seems like all of the money, all of the money, no matter how much that is coming in on Lipski. Doesn't seem to be that much, but I don't know. I think minus 110 is a really good money line to play if that's all you want. And I also like Lipski wins by decision at plus 180 here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not going to play any prop bets this week on this fight. I think you take moneyline Lipski and you're happy with it. I mean, there's no reason to take Bohm at plus 101. I don't think there's any value there.
I mean, there could be. It's not out of the question that she could win, but is it probable that she wins? No. So is it a horrible bet? No. But is it an informed bet? Also no.
That's the ladies. They ain't giving us much.
You heard it here, man. Play the money line and play it hard.